Hi, this is Barbara from Scrappy Mania, and today I have one of these Crafter Companion kits. My mother-in-law, she was on a subscription, and she has tons of these boxes that she wasn't using. So she gave me a lot of the boxes that were in her stash. So I want to see what's in here. I'm not sure what's in it, so let's see if we can get something out of it. So this one just has envelope, cards, little cards, watercolor cards, beautiful stamp, and watercolor card. I think she took the sparkles out, but it has this. So it says remove the retainer ring. Okay, so we don't have the sparkle pens, but I do have, instead of sparkle pens, I'm going to go ahead and use a new product that I just purchased. And let's go ahead and see what kind of card we do. These are small little cards. So let's see what we can get out of it. So let me go get some stuff and see what can we do with this. I'll be back. So I got my watercolor palette over here. These are supposed to be watercolor cards. Okay, so I have a watercolor card. And then these are the envelopes for the cards. I also have some of my metallic inks here. So I'm going to bring, because when you have watercolor, what happens is sometimes you don't get a good impression with your inks. So I'm going to bring my stamping tool over. Lay that down. I'm going to go ahead and open this, and let's go ahead and I'm going to make 2 cards. I think I'm going to like this one. I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Let's go ahead and see. So maybe I want to put this like so. And then I want to go ahead and put thanks. You are so sweet. How about this one? These are good because whenever you get a gift, it's always nice to give a thank you card. So maybe we'll go ahead and stamp thank you, you're so sweet, like this. I think that will look good. Okay. So let's go for it. I'm going to go ahead and take my watercolor cards, put them aside, my envelope aside. And then I am going to use, let's see, let's do our Carvel ink because I want to make sure that it won't react with watercolor. So I believe this is the one that this is can be, ooh, I need glasses. I'm not sure if this one is the one we use, but let me see if I can find my glasses so I can read what it says there. I believe this is the one that you can use for watercolor. Can be used with water-based dye inks, watercolors. So yes, acrylics. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one to stamp my image. And one thing I think I'm going to do is use embossing powder as well. Well, that looks really good. Really, really, really good. So I'm going to go ahead. Actually, no, I'm not using embossing powder because when you're using watercolor paper, it has a tooth. And I've done it in the past, and I need to learn from my mistakes, is that the powder gets in between those tooths and it really doesn't work well. So you shouldn't use, at least I haven't found a way that I can use my embossing inks and get a nice crisp image with watercolor. But look at that. That is so nice. So you can make a bunch of these and just have them ready so you can give it to somebody as a gift. So you can make a bunch of these, give it somebody as a gift, and that way they can give it whenever they get something. So that looks so nice. I like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this aside because I may end up making more of these. I do like how that looks. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my watercolors and let's paint this in. And let's see. This is from a previous painting. Got some color here. I still like that. Now I don't have to be worried about getting the excess water out because this is watercolor. And hopefully it's going to be fine. We're about to find out. It is looking good, and I guess if I had the sparkle pens, it will have like a little sparkle, but I don't have it with the kit, so I guess my mother-in-law got the sparkle pen. But even though she did have the sparkle pen, or if you have this kit and you ran out of your sparkle pen, you can still use watercolor like what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to drop some more color like on the base, like so, to give it some dimension, and then I'm going to, right at the edge here, to make a shadow, so that way you can see that leaf. And I'm going to take a little bit and just go underneath. So I'm going pure pigment, just going underneath, wiping some of that off, and then blending it. So you just wipe it off and then blend it. And see, that gives it kind of some dimension there. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Just going to put a little bit darker. Wipe it off. And just going to put a little bit down here. And then blend it. So I wipe it off so that way I can blend the color a little better, the watercolor. See how it does? See how that hard edges? Blend it off. So just take the excess off from your paintbrush and then blend it so you don't have those hard edges. So I'm going to put some here. Okay, taking the excess water off so I can blend it. Just blend it in here. And I think there. And then right here we're going to need to blend a little more. And just dab some color at the base of the petals. And a lot of times the artist gives you a clue of where the shading is. So you notice how there's lines on the base. That's supposed to be your shading. So you can follow that to do your shading on your flowers. So I dipped into more pigment. And then I'm scrubbing the edges to soften it. Okay? And that's good. I think that's going to be good enough. Now I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Just giving it a little bit of a wash first. Then I'm going to go in with some pure pigment and just put it at the edges, at the ends, I mean, at the base of the flowers, or wherever the artist put some shading with her artwork. So she has these lines in the base, so that's supposed to be a shading. So you can follow that. And there. So now we're going to go ahead and get some green. And these are my leaves. Trying to stay within the lines. But even if you get out of the lines, it's still okay. Okay, and then I missed a petal here, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of color here. And then I missed this petal, put a little color there. Then these little berries, I think I would like to have more yellow for these berries. Just to bring some yellow in this composition. And I think that's it. Maybe a little bit of shading at the base. Just tap a little bit of color at the base. I'm picking pure pigment and just tapping at the base of these. And see, that doesn't look good, so then rinse your brush, take the excess water off, and just blend it. Now that looks better. Okay, so look at that. That's pretty. I do like how that came out. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and put some jewels around it. And that'll be perfect. So let me go ahead and get some Numo drops, and we'll put some Numo drops on it and see how that's going to look. These Nuvo crystal drops that are hardly used, so I think now is a good time to use them. And I tested it out. It's coming out good. So I'm going to put one drop there. And one thing is, when you're putting extra little embellishments on your card, you want to not be even. You want to have odd numbers. So I'm going to put 5, and then I'm going to tap the bottom of my card, so that way it levels. And I think I may need some over here. So if I'm going to put some more, so I have 5. Since I have 5, I'm going to go ahead and place 7 more drops. So it's an odd number. So I'll put one there. Maybe one here. Okay. And then tap underneath. And look how pretty that card is. So I really like how that came out. I do like that kit. Now, there are some other stuff here, so let's see. So I'm going to put this aside. And I noticed that there were some, here are some already stamped out for you. So let's look at this. Oh, you have balloons. You have flowers, some more flowers, like a tulip. What are these? They feel like it's watercolor, but it may be that they're the back is not, it's like, it feels like it has adhesive on the back. Let me see. I'm trying to see if that is the case. No, it's not adhesive, it's a paper. So no, it's just, you have a texture front and a soft, a really smooth back on this one. Let's look at this one. Like I said, my mother-in-law gave me these, so I wasn't sure what they were. Oh, look, these are nice. This one says, there is some, see how you can see, beautiful. That's a nice saying. And then this one, butterflies, roses, so you can put a saying in the middle, square, a heart, and then work hard, dream big, never give up. So that's that one. Okay. And then what are these? These are also blank watercolor cards. And then paper strips. I'm not sure what these paper strips are for. But I think what you can use these are for your sayings. So I can put thanks. Oh yeah, that's what they're for. So you can stamp thanks, love, hello, and then put that on. So let's bring the box and see what's on there. I'm going to keep it all in the box so I know. Yeah, see how she went ahead and stamped it there, so you can use those strips to stamp your sentiments. Look at that one. That one's pretty. Let's go ahead and color that one and see how it works. The one that says, work hard, dream big, never give up. So let's find that one. It was somewhere in here. There it is. So let me go ahead and put these aside. And I am going to go ahead and use some blue. and just go over the blue. Okay, and then I'm going to go with red. And I would have liked a better purple, but I guess that red and that blue, when it went together, wasn't the prettiest color, but it's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use now yellow. And then, lastly, I'm going to use green. I like this vivid green. Okay. And let's go ahead and dry this. Now, because this is embossing powder, I am going to dry it with my hair dryer. And then, since I'm going to go ahead and go over and kind of get the color off the embossed areas, so I'm going to use a little bit of water. In there. That doesn't look too bad. So then you want to cut this down. So I will cut this down, maybe put a background of black, and then place that, put it in a card. Like if I want to give this for graduation, you can always, this is a good graduation card. Work hard, dream big, never give up. And then you can put a graduation present, like some money or something in there. And then, so here are my 2 cards, and these are my stamps. So this kit, not too bad. So it's not too bad. I do like the kit, and I hope I gave you some ideas on how to use that kit. I bet there is she does do a lot of classes on her website. When you get the kit, there are some classes on how to use that kit. So I have to look for those. But I do like how this came out. So I hope you like this video, and thank you for watching. Bye now.